Hi there folks, welcome to Dunsy's Guitar Stuff. Another 2 cheap trick lessons here. 2 lessons for the price of 1, and it's free anyway. That's the best deal you're going to get today. So this song is Clock Strikes 10 off the second album In Colour, also Budokan, one of the greatest live albums ever. So this song starts with harmonics on the 12th fret, and it's the 12th fret of the B string and the 12th fret of the G string, to the 7th fret of the D string, to the 12th fret of the D string. So it's like a clock. And then it goes back the way, starts on 12 of the D string, back to 7 of the D string, to 12 of the B string, 12 of the G string. So play that part. Then the next run starts on an A note, which is the 3rd fret of the G string, and then this comes down chromatically to the F sharp on the bottom E string, to an E chord, and starts the verse in the E. So I'll play that. To the E. Now that takes a bit of time to get up to speed on that, but the notes anyway are 2nd, 1st open on the G string, to the 4th fret, 3rd fret, 2nd fret, 1st fret of the D string, D string open, and then 4th fret, 3rd fret, 2nd fret, 1st fret of the A string, A string open, and then the 4th fret, 3rd fret, 2nd fret of the bottom E string, straight to the E. Now this is another cheap trick song that has a lot of 12-bar chords. So this starts in E and then goes to G and then A for the first half of the verse. Now the second part of the verse changes. It goes from the E to the G to the B to a D, and it's half the measures of each chord. So that gives your pinky a good workout. So I'll play that part of the verse. Now it stays on the D chord. What I do is I move, instead of playing the D that I'm already playing there, I'll go down to the open position D chord, and it's quite staccato on this riff. So again, it's just a 12 bar, but this time you're adding in the 5th fret of the G string to add that last note in, to an A chord, and then it does a chromatic run again. plays all the way through that verse again and back into this bit. Then the chromatic run again, but this time at the end of the chromatic run it goes back to the opening harmonics, which is quite difficult to get from here back to here, and the live version's like super fast, so it's quite an achievement to be doing that. And then there's a bass run down, a chromatic run which the guitar doesn't play, and then back to the Now when it's coming to the end of the song, it goes up from those chords, it goes up to 2 notes to an F and a B rather than the D and the A. And then up 3 notes to the G. Then up 2 notes to the A and the E. Now just at the very end, when the song's fading out, you can hear it goes up to a C chord back to a G. And just keeps going. So that's the whole of that. Clock strikes 10. Now the other song that I did yesterday, I'll put a link to the playthroughs, was Just Got Back, which is one of my favourite Cheap Trick songs. The only sad thing about it is it's a very short tune. It's only about just over 2 minutes. So Just Got Back starts with a bunny drum intro, which Robin then joins in and sings along with. There's no bass, there's no guitar at the beginning. When the guitar and the bass come in, it's a D and an A chord. Chords there. And that goes into a 12-bar shuffle. An E, and that moves up to a 12-bar on the 7th fret, the B chord. Then goes up to the C sharp, which is the 9th fret of root note on the E string. Now he doesn't play the 3rd note on the 12 bar, he just plays up to the 13th fret. So I'll play that verse. And the bridge comes down to an F sharp chord, back up to the B playing a 12 bar, to an E, and then the D and A again. So I'll play the whole of the bridge. So the next part's only in the song once, and it starts with an A chord, and then he plays these 2 octave notes, the 2nd fret of the A string and the 4th fret of the G string on the B. So you're dampening them D string with your finger. Up to the C octaves again, then up to the 6th fret on the same strings, and then up to the 10th fret on the same strings, that's a G. So that part goes like this. And then to an E chord, and then the 2nd fret of the E string, to the 3rd fret of the E string, to the A. It stays on that A and it repeats the 1st octave part again. It stays on that A chord as the band are building up into the song. Now after that build up, it goes back into another verse. And that's it. Two deceptively simple tunes. Again, there's not a lot on the guitar in these songs, but it shows the songwriting genius of Cheap Trick to make them into such fantastic tunes as they are in the finished versions. So thank you once again for watching, folks. Speak to you soon.